347-403-0705. If Jimbo, whatever the fuck you guys call him from Philadelphia, 623, which is not a Teamster anymore. Talking all that shit on.
He's not a Teamster?
He's not a Teamster anymore. But I heard.
Wow. He's retired, I think.
I think he's retired. Is he retired? Or retarded? Okay, so I think it's retarded. But anyway, this is what I say, and this is how I do. Because when you insult my friend, my president of my local, you're going to get the shit right back at you. And I'm going to do it here. I have the platform to do it, and I'm going to let all 623 members understand that he's calling Vinny Perone a sellout, but he's a sellout himself. And I'm going to tell you why he's a sellout himself. Bill Hamilton was probably his worst enemy back then when he was running with Hooker. He was running with Hooker. He was, he's always was saying, and I've been with Hooker, and I've been at the convention. I saw what the board did to them. They did a lot of shit to Hooker, to Jimbo, the dumb fuck. They did everything to them for not paying these hotels. I mean, I was there, and I remember, and look at Richard Hooker's here. He's not that political guy. He just wants people to be, just work as a union, work together. Who gives a fuck what it is? Jimbo calling this son of a bitch Jimbo, and I say it real loud. And number is 347-403-0705. If you have any input of Jimbo, whatever the fuck your name, Jumbo, you could call up the radio station right now, because you call Vinny a sellout, and you're the biggest sellout, putting a fucking person name that you hated, a picture on your fucking pickup truck, and now you're going to ride at his balls and say, oh, I'm with them. Dude, stop it. Before you call somebody a sellout, look at yourself, look in the mirror. You're the biggest fucking sellout in the history of fucking Teamsters. Believe me, you're a big sellout. All that bullshit you're putting out there, and I don't know who this guy is, Carl, whatever his name,
Robinson.
He sounds just as dumb as fucking Jimbo saying this shit. And that's right, I said it. And if you guys out there listening, 623, don't listen to those two. Those two are a cancer to your local. I'm telling you right now, they are a cancer to your local. Jimbo and Carl shouldn't even be. I mean, listen, they got Facebook, and it's so fucking funny that he takes stickers and says, I'm going to put his name over. I'm going to put Fred's name. Dude, come on, man. You're fucking 80 years old, bro. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Straight up. Antoine, what do you got to say, bro? Because you got your hands up.
Yeah, I was just as anxious as you, because I'm pretty confused as to what's going on with Jumbo, in regards to calling Vinny Perone a sellout. Hey, welcome. And what's up, Richard? How you doing, brother?
What's up, my man?
All right. So, being there, I was present along with Lou Barbone, Braswell, Jamie, Vinny. And as far as I saw, Vinny went down there to extend his solidarity and to express to the members and the leadership of Local 623 that he is ready to stand up against the company and continue to stand up against the company and hold the company accountable. And he expressed the importance of us uniting, especially during contract negotiation time. So Carl Robinson, if I'm not mistaken, was there. He was present at this general membership meeting. In fact, he took a picture with Vinny. So my question is that why didn't Carl call Vinny a sellout at that point? I'm just confused about the whole situation. But
exactly. I want to get more. Go ahead, Fish.
No, I've expressed how I felt, to Jumbo on one of his posts, stating that this is an act of division, not an act of unifying. And I didn't see anything wrong with Vinny Perone being down in Philadelphia on that nice sunny Sunday morning, uniting with 623.
Especially because he's the Eastern Region package director, and it's his job to take care of these locals in the Eastern Region, right?
That's what I want to get into,
because in Local 623, part of the Eastern Region, he went down in his job capacity to help out another local.
But that's what I want to get into with that, because, you know, everybody was always, for the past 20 years, this Hoffa regime that was there that was not, you know, not doing what these guys are doing now. You know, Vinny is not that guy. Vinny is not that guy that is, if Jumbo don't like Hooker or Hooker, whatever the case may be, Vinny is he's going to go to any local, no matter what, if you don't like him or not. Hoffa, what Hoffa used to do is exactly what Jumbo is talking about right now, about being sellout. He hated it back then, Jumbo. He hated the fact that Hoffa didn't let certain Teamsters United go to certain locals. Somebody who's on. That's I gotta mute you guys because I can't even hear myself. All right, here it goes. So we got rid of fucking Hoffa. Hoffa's out. Hoffa's gone. That regime is gone. We have Sean O'Brien in. There's a new regime in there. They are gonna go to locals, every local out there, as a Teamster brotherhood thing. Then that's the way it should be. So for Jumbo to be talking shit that he's a sellout because he went to 623 to show, you know, the members there that the package director of the East Coast is there and is with their president, their secretary of treasurer, and that any problems that they have is going to be Vinny's problem. And that's where he was out there. I mean, Hooker, you're on the air. Can you talk a little bit about that? You know, I know you don't like the politics of this shit, and I know you don't like to bash. So let me do the bashing.
Yeah. Welcome, brother Richard Hooker Jr. to the show, Union Power Radio, principal
What's up?
officer of Local 623. Go ahead, Rich.
What's up, good people? How y'all doing? First of all, I just want to apologize to the members of 804 for you know, all the stuff that's going on. As you guys said earlier, Jumbo is no longer a Teamster. We found out back in October of 2021 that he had resigned from UPS. And so we did our due diligence, making sure that he understood that since you're no longer a Teamster, you're no longer a member of the e-board, you know, that kind of thing. So we sent them letters, let him know, hey, man, this is it. Sent him his dues that he had paid up to that point, sent all that back to him as well. The whole Carl situation, you know, he's a shop steward. He wants to run for office, and he doesn't know Vinny. He doesn't know anything about that kind of stuff. So he's just following Jumbo lead. And again, I just want to apologize to you guys, but this is, and I gotta say this is one of the reasons why I had, you know, some uncomfortability about this whole election situation because of where I'm at. My joint council president is on the slate. I don't know if you guys seen that letter that he put out on social media about how we endorse our. See, and that's why, and I just want to be clear, this is why I had those feelings about supporting the Oz team, because people like Bill Hamilton. A lot of people don't have to deal with this guy. I do. It's a constant battle with this guy every single month. Now, that letter should have been just sent to me. We could have talked about it, pick up the phone. He sent it to everybody in the whole PA conference and joint council.
It's also floating around social media.
Right. Yes. So, and like you said, Hector, I don't like to get involved in this kind of stuff, but at a certain point, when my members were standing in solidarity with our candidate, now you coming at them. So you come at me, I don't care. You come at them, I got a problem with that. And so, you know, I responded with my letter, and I'm going to send it to you guys. We can share it all over. We're going to do the same thing. I sent it to the PA conference, and I'll send it to the joint council as well. But Jumbo, like I said, he's no longer a Teamster. I'm not going to bash him. He did a whole lot of work for us, so I would never bash that brother. And again, I apologize for what he said. But he's no longer a factor because he's no longer a Teamster.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the letter that was sent to you by the
It wasn't sent to. It wasn't. I wish it was sent to him, and it wouldn't be all over social media.
It was sent to you, right?
It was sent to me.
The problem is, it was also sent to everywhere else.
Everybody else in the PA conference, people who can't even vote for this candidate.
Do you want to explain for the people that don't know what the letter was basically saying? You know, you don't have to read the letter. Just give them an idea of
right. So
it's self-explanatory. Either you fucking go on the same truck with him, or you're not on the same truck with him. I mean, it's right. It's that whole.
Let Richard explain it. Yeah.
It's that whole bully boy tactic that I hate so much in the Teamsters. We are not going to agree on everything, but what we should be focusing on are these employers. So if I don't agree with your candidate, let's talk about why I don't agree with your candidate. Don't listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, and I probably shouldn't say it, I'm gonna say it anyway. There has been times when we go to the joint council meeting and these guys start booing and screaming and hollering, kick him out of the joint council, all because we refuse to go along with the get along, right? And that still happens. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I thought the whole Hoffa way was gone. It's not here. Now, other places it may be better, but not here in the joint council that I'm in. So, and I got to go back to this. When people were like, "Man, it's a shame Hooker not supporting us," this is why right here, because I have to deal with this on a day-to-day basis, and I knew from experience that nothing was going to change for what we do here at 623. Listen, I love Vinny. A lot of those guys on that ticket, I love them. I think Vinny, Juan Campos, and Matt Tabor are probably the three most respected Teamsters that you can find anywhere. Labor leaders, along with Sarah Nelson and people like of that caliber. That's who I put them up to. But I don't have that as my joint council president. I don't have that as my PA conference president, as you guys see in the letter, right? And then there's a racial undertone here as well that people don't want to talk about. For an example, I went to another canvas for the candidate that we endorsed today. Now, Jed Dodd is the vice president of the BMEWD, which is also in the PA, also in the state of PA. Now, he has more clout and more everything than I have. That letter wasn't sent to him. He's white. I'm black, but he sent it to me and everybody in the PA conference. Because he even told me, he said, "Why didn't I get a letter of reprimand? We're in the same state. He's a Teamster too. He's a Teamster official. Why didn't he get it?" But this is the stuff that we are constantly going on here. But listen, we're going to fight it. I don't care who it is, IBT, company, we're going to fight on all cylinders like we always done. And again, I just want to apologize to the members, the great members of 804 for having to have a great man, and I call him the GOAT, being disrespected by people who, number one, not even a Teamster, and the other one don't even know what he's talking about.
Let's talk about the whatchamacallit, what he called Vinny again. I'm just so fucking sellout. Sellout.
Oh, sellout.
Let's talk about the sellout Jumbo, because I remember back when you guys, you recall when you came to the conference and you were just a regular Rec and File member coming to a conference. They sent you there, and your e-board, the one that you won against, they never pay for any of your hotels.
Yeah.
And they left you guys out there for dead. And I remember talking to Jumbo, and he's saying how he hated Bill Hamilton, that he's a piece of shit, that he's and to say someone is a sellout, he is the biggest fucking sellout, and he's the biggest sellout at your local. I mean, and the members should know that they shouldn't be listening to this guy, because he's the biggest sellout, and he's not a Teamster anymore. He's campaigning out there for this Bill Hamilton guy. We all voted for our slate. Obvious, we are all looking for a different way. We are, not the Hoffa way,
right?
And this is a Hoffa fucking mentality that's going on in your local right now.
I know,
and I don't, Sean, dude. You come on! This has got to be fixed. This is
Hector.
Can't go backwards.
I'm glad you said that, because Hamilton, being the Eastern Regional Vice President, PA Conference of Teamster President, 107 president, and the joint council president. He sits on the Oz ticket. Now, to me, the way I see it, this is a direct reflection of, his leadership, right? Not saying that he condoned it or nothing, but I haven't heard anything about, hey, I haven't seen anything or heard anything about, hey, this is not what we are planning on doing. We promised a different attitude, a different vision. But what I'm seeing from where I'm sitting is the same old good old boy club. Kiss the ring. If you don't bow, this is what's going to happen. And I see it all of the time. And I refuse to bow. I do not care who you are, where you come from, white, black, left, just right. I just don't care, because the members put me here. And it's the members who I serve. And they're going to be the only ones that say, hey, Hooker, man, you had a good run. It's time to go. But I can tell you, our members have never been more happy with our leadership. I'm actually looking forward to the domination that we're going to display during this election season. We already see it. And I just wish it didn't have to come to this. I really thought it was going to be some change. But this is why I felt the way I felt through the whole election process, because I knew who I had to deal with every single day. Even though Matt Taibbi is the Eastern Regional Vice President, he's not my joint council president. He's not the PA Conference of Teamsters president. I got to deal with Bill Hamilton. And you guys see what I got to deal with. And this is on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis. And it's always going to be a fight. I'm not going to change who I am, because this is how I got here. And I know he's not going to change who he is, because he has so much clout and power. And one of these days, it's going to come to a head. And it is what it is. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck how much power you have. And you can't. Dude, we just got out of this fucking bullshit, fucking Hoffa. Why are we going backwards with this one fucking guy? This one guy that is doing the Hoffa thing. Now, I'm going to be straight up, because, I'm always straight up. I guarantee you, Bill Hamilton, that's his name, Bill Hamilton?
Yeah. Well, William Hamilton, but they call him Bill.
Before he sent that letter out, I'm sure it went from the top and okayed it. Because there's no fucking way that he puts out a letter like that without getting the okay by Sean O'Brien.
And that's why, Hector, this is why I always felt the way I felt about this whole slate thing. No disrespect to anybody that's running and this and that, but I hope people understand where I came from. Because this is why. You can't flip-flop, change the whole saying, a leopard doesn't change the stripes. This is what it is. Like you just said, it had to come from the top. Now, I'm not for sure that it did, but this was so.
That's the one thing, Richard. I personally disagree with. I don't think that letter came from the top. I think that letter came from him. He wrote it. It was a direct message to you and your local on how they feel they need to, how they feel you need to start dealing with elections, like following suit. That's what the way I read it, that's what it seems like to me. Our local and local 804, I could tell you right off the back, our executive board speaks to the membership. If we're ever going to endorse anybody, it's because we want to, and the joint council is not going to have any say in what local 804, decides to go with. It's usually the membership that decides, us speaking to one another and stuff like that. So I find that to be a little odd. But to say that something particularly like this had to come from beyond him, I don't think so. He's got enough power and enough hats that he can write this letter without any worry about any blowback from anybody else.
Let me tell you what
my personal opinion.
All right. So let me tell you what the IBT international president, they work under him. Anything that's being done has got to go through Sean O'Brien, period, or to the Secretary of Treasury. That's the way it is.
That's not necessarily true, Hector. Not everything.
Really?
Not endorsing
really?
Not
Where you been? Hold up. Let me finish, and then you could talk your disagreement of what I'm saying. Okay? And I'm just being real. If you don't want to be real, then it is what it is. I'm being real. Okay? And
I'm being fake?
No, I'm just saying you trying to defend something that is been
I'm not
there.
defending anything. What I'm
You are trying to
say
defend
is,
something that has been there for years.
no, it's
For
not
years.
about defense. It's every state has its own congressman.
27 years on the fucking Teamsters. That's what you are, right? 27.
28, almost
Okay,
28 now.
You just got into the movement of fucking Teamsters. You haven't been there where I've been, okay? And I haven't had no more time than you do. But you know what? I was active. I was in there. I got abused by those fucking motherfuckers, and I was there. So for you to say to me, oh, that's not the way it works, motherfucker, it works that way with Hoffa, okay? That's a Hoffa way. The way it's being done.
We're talking about elected officials in states and certain districts and stuff like that. We're not talking about, Sean O'Brien is not going to go to every local and fight for every congressperson or anybody that's running for anything. Obviously, we want people in power that are going to help us in the working class. But a letter like this doesn't necessarily have to come or have to be passed through him, is what I'm trying to explain, Hector. And I think there's other people that agree with that. I mean, Richard,
that's fine. Everybody could agree. I disagree. Okay. And I could disagree on that, because whatever happens in that international brotherhood, it has to go to the top, because there's no way that this guy is a vice president and he's gonna do whatever he wants to do without talking to the top.
Of course he can. He's a joint council president, Hector. He can write that letter as a joint council president without talking to Sean.
What? He's a joint council president. It means what? He don't report to Sean O'Brien?
Did Vinny get permission from Sean O'Brien to go to 623?
He don't have.
I don't think so. He doesn't have to. Exactly.
He doesn't have
Same
to.
thing.
I'm glad you agree.
Have to, because he's got elected by the member as a trustee and the package director.
And Bill Hamilton got elected by his members, and he's the joint council president and the head of the Pennsylvania Conference.
Go ahead.
And that has nothing to do with the IBT.
Go with it. Go with it. That's what I could say. Go with it. It's wrong.
There's enough blame to be handed out to Mr. Hamilton without worrying about who else.
Whatever, bull washer. I don't give a fuck what you say, to tell you the truth. Go ahead. Just go ahead and do it and say what you got to say. Because
I'm really not interested whether you give a fuck or not, frankly.
Okay, very good.
Never have been.
Very good. Hey,
there's no need to be fighting each other about this.
Nobody's fighting anything.
Everybody's got the right. Hector,
you relax. Yes. Nobody's fighting. Relax.
Hector, you're entitled to your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Right? This is what this show's about, discussing topics. There's no reason to get...
All right, go, Joe. Joe, what do you got to say, Joe?
Joe, you got your hand up.
Hey, I have a few questions for Richard. So first of all, I think you do a great job. I listen to all your videos. I think you are doing an amazing job at 623. But at the same time, like you say, like you try and stay out of the politics of things and all the rest.
Right.
But at the same time, you did take a picture with someone at a road show that was running on the different slate. You had Chris Silvera on your podcast a lot. And while the debates were going on, you were on with Robert Schwartz and Tim Sylvester, kind of going at Sean and all the rest. And you were pretty heavy in your criticism. So I don't I kind of struggle. And listen, I'm one of Jumbos's trolls online. I'll defend you all day against Jumbos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, from someone that's like taking a backseat and looking in, you didn't really take a neutral stance on the politics of things. You were kind of forefront on, I'm not supporting Sean, but yet you come out and you say, like, I support Vinny, I support Matt Taibbi, I support Juan Campos.
Right.
So when it comes to that, like, you didn't really come out as a neutral, as someone that's neutral. And when it comes to the whole Bill Hamilton thing, that was before they were nominated into the IBT. That was before even the vote, right? Am I right?
What's that?
That letter came out?
No,
yes.
That just happened a couple of days ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, then I apologize. Then I'm going to stay out of that matter because I don't really know too much about it. But when it comes to politically, you did put yourself out there as someone that was mainly against Sean's team.
Right. And I just want to speak on this, and I hope that people can just understand my position. So when we first got elected, at our first joint council meeting. It was February of 2020. And there is a new UPS building being built in my jurisdiction. When we had that meeting, Mr. Hamilton got up and said that without talking to myself or the rest of our e-board, that they were going to give that building to another local out of my jurisdiction. No conversation, no nothing. So in my mind, number one, okay, well, this is the same old Hoffa stuff, same old Hoffa move. Here we go again. They talking about change. They talking about new this, but it's not, because Mr. Hamilton has a whole lot of power and he's running on our slate. There's no way I could vote for that ticket when you're talking about taking something away from my members. Because if I lose members, I lose business agents. If I lose business agents, because that's the way it works, our ability to hire comes on how many members you have. So if I lose members to another local because they get the building, then we lose our ability to fight the company. And guess who, if I have to appeal it to, I have to appeal it to Sean O'Brien. So I get how everybody was, O'Brien, and I get it. If you notice, I never bashed anybody or said anything negative about anybody supporting O'Brien or anybody, because that's their choice. My stance was, I'm looking at it the long term. If this man says he's going to take something from our members, then I got to appeal it to his boss, who's already done some damage to 623. Let's be real, done some damage to 623. Then I can't put that, I can't take that chance. And I'm
so
not
you would have thought that Viarma would have done a better job by you?
What choice do I have? Because I've already been burnt by O'Brien and I'm being burnt by Hamilton.
So you have four people that you can say are good people that are on this slate.
Absolutely. But I don't deal directly with those people. You see, I have to deal directly with my joint council president. I have to deal directly with my PA conference president. I have to deal directly with them. These guys have a massive amount of power. And for them to not even meet with me and want to take something that rightfully is out, in our jurisdiction, I lose people, I lose resources, I lose all those things because of politics. Now, and I even had a conversation with our FIDA member who saw me take a picture with Mr. Verma. He said, and I'll go through the whole conversation. He said, Hooker, listen, I agree with everything, a lot of things you do. You fight for us, you're here, but I don't agree with your endorsement of Verma. And I said, brother, I understand the whole subcontracting. I get the 224s, and I'm with you on that. But what happens if I have to cut 2 or 3 BAs and I can no longer fight for you like I'm fighting now? Then what do we do? Because I'm losing members. And that's the whole thing I explained to him. And I hope you guys can understand that too, because we hire our business agents based on how many members we have. If I lose 300 and 400 members, I have to cut at least 1 or 2 BAs. Then what do I have? Now I'm going down from 6 BAs to 2 or 3 BAs fighting UPS. We can't be there all the time with 6.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with 2 or 3?
I guess it's hard for someone that works for UPS to hear someone say this is the best contract we've ever had.
Oh, I get it.
And you to say I'm going to lose 2 business agent, maybe 200 members, and I'm dealing with 2-tier wages. Listen. It's you're with with Greyhound. I'm with UPS,
right.
And it's just different. And
no,
listen, I respect everything you do.
Everything that everybody was saying about why they were voting for the slate, I totally agree. But I wear several hats. I have to look at it from a financial standpoint, business standpoint, as well as a union standpoint. If I don't have the resources or the people to fight this mega billion profitable UPS, then 224s, subcontracting, I can't even fight that because I don't have the people. We can fight it, but it's going to be a longer uphill. It's going to be a struggle. I get it. I get it. Trust me. That's why I never took a shot at anybody for supporting that ticket. Never. And I never will, because I understand. Listen, I don't like subcontracting. I don't like the 224s. Listen, we was out there banging our head against the wall in 2018, trying to get for this not to pass. I'm with you. But if I got members coming to me saying, Hooker, man, You know, right now we're there all the time and we're fighting and we're doing these things. I can't do that with 2 BAs or 3 BAs. And if I lose members, that's what's going to happen. And that's what I hope people understand. So it's not the fact that I hate O'Brien or, you know, whatever the case may be. It's just the fact that I need to be able to fight for my members because we have a lot of members. If I lose the ability to fight for them, then we're in trouble.
All right, our brother David Allen has a question. David, you have a question for Richard, or
what's up, guys?
What's up?
Well,
brother?
More of a statement, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no,
so,
not at all.
All right, so you know, me being in the YouTube space and doing this for over a year now, and being around, I guess, enough principal officers, I will say this about Richard: he is by far the one that puts them out the most. You know what I mean? If you put yourself out as much as Richard does, yeah, there's going to be people that will be naysayers and will attack and this, that, and the other. But we really need people. We need principal officers to come out and be transparent, to come out and say what they really need, right? If Richard didn't act the way he did and didn't go on social media and do what he does, then who would there be, you know? And I have mad respect for Vinny and everything else, and he does a great job. I mean, I know he's a busy man, and you know, I think that there's plenty of really great principal officers out there, and there's plenty of great like guys that maybe social media is not their thing, right? But in the end of the day, Richard is the one that out of everybody puts himself out there and helps out and is very transparent about what he does, you know? So I got to give him respect on that.
Right. Well, I started it with Jumbo, and it got into with this Bill Hamilton crap that he pulled. And of course, Bill Hamilton is, I don't know. Listen, if a local or anyone is endorsing anyone, it should be their choice. It shouldn't be told that you got to do it this way because you're part of this great local union. If a person wants to endorse that guy and the person wants to endorse this, you know, that's their choice. They shouldn't be put a letter out there saying, because you don't want to endorse this guy, you know, don't follow this guy. And that's bullshit. And you know what? Back in the day here in Local 84, we had a principal officer that did that. That if he didn't get along with you, and if you talk to that person, he didn't want no association with you. And that's bullshit. And I think it's bullshit. Like I said, listen, Richard Hooker, I dealt with him, and I didn't like the fact that he was against the fence. And I still don't like the fact that he was against it. And I told you that. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? And that was my opinion. And my opinion was that I think I told you from the beginning that Sean O'Brien is a good guy. I mean, because of the past, and we've been through the past with Sean O'Brien. But I see a changed guy. I see Sean O'Brien looking out for the members now. I mean, he was in that predicament because of Hoffa, and anybody in here in this platform will be in that predicament because, you know, Hoffa's the man. He's the principal officer. And if you don't listen to him, he's going to cut you up. He's going to cut you down. And then, you know, you work so hard to get to that position. And then to have a guy like Hoffa there, like he can make moves like in control and get you out. Of course, listen, Sean has to listen to the principal officer. Now that Sean is the principal officer, and I see changes coming. I see a lot of changes coming because he's going out there, he's visiting locals, he's getting down to the rank and file, he's shaking hands, he's talking, and his listen, that speech in Capitol Hill the other day with Shirley, I mean, this he's serious, and you guys gotta understand he's serious. Now with Hooker, just like me and just like Tony, just like Greg, just like Carl, just like Joe, we have our own opinions.
Yeah,
our opinions reflects whoever we are. And sometimes we disagree and sometimes we agree. But the fact is, if you have an opinion, I have to respect Hooker because he had a different vision of what the IBT was supposed to look like versus our vision that we were going because, you know, we like Fred Zuckerman, we like Sean O'Brien, we like Vinny Perron. That's our vision. That's myself and everybody else different opinions. You might not like the whole slate. You might like 90% of the slate, and you might like not one. That's what happened with Hooker. He didn't like this one person that is fucking up his joint council shit, and he had previous problems, and people got to understand, he had previous problems with this guy before he got into office, into the slate. So it was an ongoing thing. It's not like, oh, he don't like Sean O'Brien because this guy Bill Hamilton is on the slate. That's his opinion, and we have to respect that opinion. I could easily say, fuck Hooker, he's going with the other side, and never talk to him ever again. You know what I'm saying? But I can't hate him because what his vision is not like my vision. It's not like your vision. So when he brought Vinny into the thing, and Vinny is, he don't care about politics, Vinny. He cares about what is going to be better for the membership, what's going to be better for the rank and file. He doesn't care if you don't like me or I don't like you. He's going to go to that. He's the fucking package division director of the East Coast. Why wouldn't he go and talk to the rank and file in 623? Why not? Why? So that's what I'm saying. Bill Hamilton, I believe you're right. I'm upset about the letter that he put out there. It should have been directly to you for you to have a response to him, and it should have been caught in-house. I don't know the political part of what he's trying to do by putting this letter out there like that. And it sucks because that's the half a way. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. That is the half a fucking way. And I know Sean O'Brien. I mean, I know Sean O'Brien is not going. He's not going to go backward with the old guard shit because there's a lot of old guard shit going on. And I know Sean O'Brien is not going to go backwards. He's moving forward. He's going to be. He just got into office, but I guarantee you, he's going to do a lot of changes here. I believe in him. I will follow him to hell, the doors of hell. I won't go into the doors of hell, but I'll follow him through the doors.
You'll follow him there.
Is it a gate? Is it a gate or a door?
But it's a soul. I mean, people got to understand. There's a big difference going on right now. It's a big difference, and all this bullshit, hating each other. We have to be Teamsters, no matter what. We have to be Teamsters. We have 1.3 million Teamsters. We should be the biggest and the baddest fucking union out there. And I guarantee you, Sean O'Brien will bring us to that point all over again.
So Hector, with that being said, shouldn't Sean O'Brien have a statement pertaining to what just happened, being that this guy is under him? He should have to say something about this.
Listen, you're asking the wrong guy. You ask Greg because he's the smart guy. He knows the politics part of it. Go ahead, Greg. I mean,
would he?
You
have to assume whether or not he's seen it.
I worship you.
I mean, everybody's
too, Hector.
He's on social media too, Greg. Everybody doesn't seen the letter, but I didn't see it. I seen it now,
but Greg has always the smartest answer to everything. So I'm gonna let Greg, because all you're gonna hear is fuck with me.
What do you want to know, Jamie? Should he respond? I think so. Absolutely. I think it's uncalled for. That's my opinion.
Would you agree with me, Greg, that it shouldn't be on social media that Sean brings this out? It should be, because if we're gonna.
Oh yeah, I would like to hope that he's got more discretion than Bill Hamilton, and that he's calling him on the phone right now, telling him to cut the shit and stop being an ass. Yeah.
Now, Richard, have you tried to reach out to Sean about this?
I thought about it, but I didn't want to. I don't want to.
You should.
but that's the thing, though. I don't want to go sound like I'm crying to the general. He got so much other stuff going on.
Man, you better take that pride and throw it to the fucking back.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to deal with this with Hamilton. I don't think O'Brien needs to be involved in this. He got so much other stuff going on. Listen, there's no reason why me and Mr. Hamilton can't work this out. I just want to know, and I already know, but I want to tell him face to face what I think about it, because it's been told to me and I see it all the time. And that's why I don't know if you guys know this, but I talked to, on our last show we did on Wednesday, I reached out to, while he was watching that, and I talked to Paul Trujillo. about coming up with a training class about cultural differences between old, I want to say old, but people who's been in office for a long time, and then younger officers who may, were raised different cultures, different backgrounds, somehow, some way working together, because there's a barrier between me and Hamilton that we're just not going to get through. It's just not going to happen. And no matter what he says, I'm going to be honest, I'm just not going to agree with it, not unless it's about fighting the company. Anything political where I don't agree with, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. It just is what it is, because that whole Hoffa mentality is still there. Nothing has changed from what I see. Now, everybody else may see it, and if you live in New York, if you live in whatever parts of the country you live in, it may be a difference there. But here, there is no difference. There's no difference. And this is the part that, bothers me, because there's no difference here. Now, I don't want to call him or Fred and say, hey, Fred, Sean, you got to do something about this. Because I'm not going to sound like a little girl.
You're not actually asking him to fight your battles. You actually calling him as a principal officer.
Yep.
Tell him, why did he not do this between you and him? Sean will fucking straighten that shit out, because it shouldn't be put on social media, and it shouldn't be that, because you're a crybaby, you're gonna fucking now cry. You didn't vote. That's not the way it works. And this is the problem with the Teamsters right now, because when you do that, you are going back to the Hoffa way, because how many times people were afraid to talk to Hoffa to tell them what's going wrong, what's this and that.
That's right.
And this is what happens.
I see you.
Continue doing this, it's going to continue. You're going to live that Hoffa way back there. So you got to go forward and fuck the pride. Remember, the members elected you to be in office, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be there to do them right. So doing right is taking your fucking pride and fucking throwing it out the window and say, listen, I'm here for the fucking members. This is not right. I need this fixed. Let's get it done. And let's move forward, and let's move forward to a better fucking union.
You know what?
I'm good.
Hamilton made that an IBT issue the second he put that online.
Yep.
Yeah, that was totally on.
Second he put that on social media, that became an IBT issue.
Greg, let me ask you something. In Local 25, Sean O'Brien was president, joint council president.
Yep.
When it came down to elections and stuff like that, was there any kind of rule like that? Like if the joint council says you vote for these people, how about you over there at Roswell Hub in Georgia? Is it like something where like you guys got candidates running for office where they tell 728 who they should and who they should not be endorsing? Yeah.
Hell no.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. We have the right to vote for whoever we want, and we have the right as a local to endorse whoever we want. So,
Tony, to be 100% honest with you, I don't know how many members really even know what a joint council is.
Exactly.
This local's so big, they don't even know what that
means. It is a big local.
Which joint council they are part of.
I didn't realize, Dave, that some people have to drive 4 hours to get to a union meeting by you.
That's true.
That's insane, man.
But like I said, Bill Hamilton was giving Hooker problems before he was elected into office, and it just now is a continuousness. Now I feel that that Bill Hamilton's got that throne now, the Game of Thrones, and he can use it to just do whatever the fuck he wants. He cannot do that, because let me tell you something. We have to put everybody, this is dividing, and he shouldn't be dividing. He should be, listen, he's a joint council, respect your title, but do it respectfully. Call Richard Hooker, send him an email, let you guys respond between y'all two. Whatever the differences is, the difference is. If you're not going to force me. What was that, Greg?
You don't take it public.
Exactly.
That's just,
and you're not going to tell me what you want me to do. It's not going to happen. I'm the type of guy. I'll listen to instructions, but I'm not. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's what it is. But Richie, you're good with your members. You're doing a good job in 623. Don't put this in the way.
I'm not.
He had a title. If it need to be, if he don't want to fucking talk to you privately, or he don't want to do anything with you, go to Sean O'Brien. Let Sean O'Brien deal with it. He's the man. He's the one who can make this shit happen. All we want is we don't want to go backwards. We don't want to have this Hoffa mentality back into play, even though he did the Hoffa mentality because he did do it. But we want to move forward, man. We want everyone to be united. Listen, your opinions are your opinions. Everyone's not going to be happy with certain things, and certain people are going to be happy with certain things. But that's the way life is. We're humans. We feel that way. We're going to agree to disagree on a lot of shit. The sky is blue, the sky is purple, whatever the case may be. But as a union brother and sister in a situation like you're in now, you know, what you said, I don't accept it. That I don't want them to think you're a cry. Fuck it, be a fucking crybaby. Fuck it, suck it up. Go there.
You know what?
Your members is gonna fucking suffer if you don't be a crybaby.
We had our retirees meeting here Friday, and the president of that the retirees was actually the principal officer of 623 many years ago. And he actually told me that I should go to O'Brien and Fred. And I thought about it. And now that you're saying it, I think I will, because next week is the PA conference meeting over here in Hershey. And on the program, O'Brien and Fred will be there. So what I'll do is while they're there and I'm there, I'll just see if I can get some time. All of us sit down and talk this thing out. You know what I mean? And see, you know, because
there you go.
It's not going to work like
next
this.
week. What day?
You going, Jamie?
If it's on a weekend, I'll go to support him.
Next week is our general membership meeting.
Oh,
Jamie.
yeah, you're right. Well, he's only an hour away.
Jamie could be in two places at the same time.
I'm glad.
Cut him in half.
I'm glad. You know, I'm almost the same fucking way as you. Like my pride is I don't want to look like I'm the fucking dick or the beggar, the dick, the crybaby. I never, because you know, it's not in me to do that. But sometimes you have to, you know, not lower yourself, but you know, you have to give in to certain things and not be the guy that says, oh, if they're gonna think I'm a crybaby, fuck it, let them think that. As long as you did what you did and you did for the membership, that you showed them that you was man enough and you was the principal officer, you're the secretary of treasury there, you're the principal officer, that you did for the members, that you tried, you did everything. The members can't hold it accountable to you anymore because you're doing what you want to do for the members. This is all about members, and Bill Hamilton better stop that political bullshit and personal attacks because it should be for the members. If you cannot be for the members. You not need to. He just took the oath. He just took an oath on live stream.
He's been taking that oath. He's been taking that oath for 100 years.
That's the 60s, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, let me just say this. I have to agree with everybody else. I do believe that you should address your concerns and whatever issues you're having with Mr. Hamilton, with Sean O'Brien. And I have to say another thing. It's great to know that I have someone like you who's a Teamster brother. Keep up the good work. You know, like Hector said, don't let this deter you, distract you in any way.
No.
You've been doing an excellent job. I've been following you from day one. And, you know, being in your local, I was proud to be there with Vinny and the rest of the 804 crew a couple of Sundays ago. And, you know, I saw, I felt the energy there. So keep up the good work. And, you know, we got you. You have our support, brother. Thank you.
I just want to say, Hooker, I didn't like the way you cut me off when I asked my question, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. You don't pay your dues at 623, man.
Oh man. Great
so
job.
I mean, this issue was really with this Jimbo, whatever.
Yeah, but don't. I mean, Hector, I want to cut you off, man. But don't pay that guy no mind. Like I said, he's no longer a Teamster.
Listen,
and I know you, and I know you will.
I got you.
There's nothing that he can do because he doesn't have a vote. He doesn't have anything.
You don't know how personal it is to me.
I know. I got you.
Vinny, not only my principal officer, but he's a dear friend of mine. Absolutely. And I know Vinny, and he's not a fucking sellout. He's way past being a sellout. What he did there wasn't a sellout. He was there to respect your local, to show your members that no matter what the fuck is going on, Vinny is there because he got elected as a trustee. He got appointed as a package director, and he's willing to work with anyone in the East Coast about this contract. And this is what it's all about. The fucking contract and rank and file. This guy for saying that he's a sellout. Well, who's he selling out? Because he wants to come to a local to show the members that the package director can get along with your principal officer on issues of the contract that you don't like, and he's a sellout for that. Bullshit.
So, I'm gonna tell you why he's saying he's a sellout. It goes back to Hamilton again. So everybody knows how I feel about Hamilton. I've made it very, very clear here, especially here. And these guys take it personally. So the fact that Vinny ran on that ticket, he felt as though that anything that, we need, that Vinny shouldn't, come down and deliver. That's why he was calling him a sellout. And I don't know if you saw, I'm quite sure you saw some of the stuff he was putting out there, all that dumb stuff, but that's where it comes in.
It's childish. It was, I can't believe the age that he is and doing this stuff, putting Fred's name over his name. That is fucking childish. And 623 members should understand and not listen to this childish guy. He is, I don't know where he's caught up, what year he's caught up in, but he's back there. We are about Teamsters moving forward for the rank and file, and that's what we are about. We're not here about dividing, not here about fucking Hoffa's bullshit that he did for 20 fucking years. We are here to move forward, to be the rank and file, and just fucking be the great fucking union in the fucking earth by being a Teamster.
All right.
And the 1 and 2 likes that he gets, that's all he's going to get.
It's 7:58. We're coming down to the 2-minute mark. I want to thank all our guests for being here today. Richard Hooker Jr., Principal Officer 623. Richard, thank you for being here. We appreciate you joining the Zoom. Or as always, Roswell Hub's David Allen. He's the guy on YouTube. Check him out. Roswell Hub, great videos.
Why are you promoting? He don't promote our show.
He always does.
No, he didn't. He didn't promote it this time.
He's got to promote us in every video. If he's on the show, I'm giving him love. We love you, Dave. Antoine Andrews, brother, local 804. Thank you. Greg Kerwood, as always. Jamie Holligan, you could disappear. It's okay. Jose, Ernesto, we love all you guys. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We're a big dysfunctional family here at Union Power Radio. We fight, we kiss, we love, and we express our feelings deeply. Everybody here.
Hey, Tony. Fuck you.
Fuck you right back, buddy.
Just so you know, Joe's been taking a drink every time you say fuck, so he's loaded by now.
And Joe only drinks the proper 12.
All right, thank you for listening to the What the Heck Show here on Union Power Radio. We ain't going nowhere. We are here next 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks from now, Sunday. I'm hoping to have a couple of brothers.
Tony, you got some announcements to make about Albany and Amazon, and now that you are a IBT organizer, what do you want to tell these guys that can help you out in organizing this great?
No, basically, listen. At the end of the day, the Teamsters have not shied from it. They are helping and trying to organize Amazon at every potential way that we can, by helping other organizations that are helping, going along, helping out LALU, AU, all these other organizations that are trying, RSWU. We support all unions. That's what we do. We're supporting unions in general, trying to raise union density. As far as everything else goes, I have been made the New York lead organizer. Thanks to the IBT, who's out there putting full-time organizers and locals across the country, and being chosen by my local executive board, who decided to pick me, which I'm very grateful and honored to have that privilege. If anybody out there wants to help with this, you can reach us, email us at Union Power Radio. If you're speaking to Amazon workers and you're getting contacts and you want somebody to reach out to them, give us the contact information. We'll be more than happy to talk to them and help them along the way. And Amazon, at the end of the day, and we've all said this, they come into town and they bring down industry standards. That's the problem.
I want to thank the two guys from local. Some of our locals are now doing it. I'm sending out these T-shirts here for anyone that's doing what Craig did, and I didn't get. Did I give you a T-shirt, Craig?
Craig's got like 3, I think.
I bought a T-shirt. I pay my way.
Yeah, you pay your way. So everyone is now sending their drops for the radio show, which I appreciate it. And in return, I'm sending you guys.
Hector, can I do a drop?
Yeah, you could do a drop.
Hey, when I'm not hosting Union Power Radio, I'm listening to Union Power Radio.
Hey.
So the drop goes like this. I want to just play.
This is Kurt Scholl of Local 509. And when I'm not representing the members, I'm listening to Union Power Radio.
Union Power Radio.
Nice job, Brother Kurt.
That's a good one.
Local 5.
Huh?
This is a lot better than mine.
Yeah.
This is Joey Mitchell, shop steward
Joey
for
too.
509.
Nice.
And when I'm not holding management accountable, I'm listening to Union Power Radio.
I love it. I love it.
You can send that drop, and I will send you a T-shirt in return for your time and effort of the 1 second drop. But I just want to let everyone know that this radio station, it goes on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's on rotation, and you can, if you put your drop in, you can probably hear your voice and you say, "Hey, look, I'm on the radio, the internet radio." But anyway,
and it's recorded. We're on all platforms: Spotify, Google Play. Soon, hopefully YouTube, with the help of the Roswell Hub, will probably be recording this and dropping it into a YouTube channel so that you can actually watch these on your lunch break. Listen to us on your lunch break. Don't do anything on the clock. And as always, stay united. Solidarity. We're here to put the U back in union.
Peace out, my brothers and sisters. See you and have a good week.